Hello. We we're starting with a bit of a frazzled brain today. But I'm here. I just need to get a couple of things sorted. We're painting some standard balloons today. Shall be cool. Let me get just a couple of things sorted. Oh, crackle, crackle. So Fridays, it looks like we'll be starting at 1:30, which is in 4 minutes. um, yeah, figuring out what times work for me, but we figure it out on the job, which very normal and sensible. Right, got all my bits and pieces, but not my brain, but who needs those? Right. Paint, 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 paint. Right. Yeah, on Fridays I'm out of the house in the morning, so trying to make sure that I can get back in reasonable time for things is we're learning. Let's do a couple of red ones. Oh, my brain is having a time. But you know, we made it here, which is pretty good. But as usual, we are wiping them down because they've been in a dusty box. Oh, and on these smaller balloons, we've actually got a notch for the hanging bit, and the big hole is just so it lays flat on the wall. So yeah, my morning's been a little bit busy. I've got up to a fair bit this morning. you know, good to be busy and good to get some stuff done before the weekend. Right. I paint. Oh, and exciting thing. I figured out how to get a Stream Deck on my phone, so there's no faffing around with hotkeys anymore. I can just touch a button, and hopefully, yeah, look, just hit a button. I am so glad I didn't have to fork out for an actual Stream Deck, even if the technology did frustrate me a tiny bit. Yeah, so I've got that sorted, which is quite good. It would be useful if I had turned on my top light. There we go. Yeah, these balloons aren't hand cast because it was, but you know, if I'm making lots of these, I need to have them on hand quite quickly. But I've got a good supplier, which is quite useful, and they're not too expensive. Right, let's get started. But yeah, we're getting up to this today. Nice and casual. The houses I painted are coming out of the kiln today, hopefully. And it looks like they're quite good, so that's exciting. So when those are back, I shall show you. I'll show you guys on stream, which will be very exciting. That'll probably be on Monday that I can get that done. Ow. Lots of wrist twisting. Oh. Oops. Oh well. Just a bit of paint. Yeah, it's it's only 1:30 in the afternoon. There's a bit of daylight, although not much because it's quite cloudy. it's been on and off raining the whole week. Ooh. Yeah, I forget that time zones are a thing. Oh, exciting news. Well, exciting for me, let's be real. Um, I have found um, I found a company that makes drawstring canvas bags, which I bought a sample the other day. Hopefully, I'll be able to use them when I'm packing these balloons. So if I put them in a nice drawstring bag instead of wrapping them in tissue paper, which honestly it works and it's not terrible, but my wrapping ability leaves a lot to be desired. Let's put it that way. And it looks a little bit more professional. Hopefully, the balloons actually fit in the bag. That's why I've only got samples. But that would be exciting, and if that works, then hopefully I'll look a little bit more professional and easier to pack, which is always good. Wow, I've got noodle arms today. I was quite busy yesterday, so. But you know what? That's okay. We can take it slow. We don't have to hurry. But yeah, so we're going up in the world a little bit. We're making things look a little bit less amateur, which is quite exciting for me. And it means if I can get my packing more consolidated, I might be able to start international shipping for things, which would be very cool. Yippee! Even if it is very nerve-wracking. And that's what being a grown-up is, isn't it? Doing things that scare the life out of you. Like streaming and talking to people on the internet. But yeah. I get very lucky. I'm not saying you're scary. I'm saying that sitting here in front of a camera is scary. you know, ain't the end of the world. And you lot aren't so bad, are you? I am shaking in my boots right now. God, I had the most crap lunch this morning. Earlier today. It was grit. It was just sad. So I'm a bit hungry at the moment. But oh well. I had one half of an egg mayonnaise sandwich. I couldn't have the other half because I dropped it on the floor in some dirt. I think eating rocks would have. Yeah, it's not like I spent lots of money on that sandwich or anything because the cost of everything forever. But hey, I've got food for later when stream is done. Drinking paint and eating rocks. Hell yeah. Today is a day of really boring victories, but I've got some bits and pieces for my office to tidy up a little bit, and I did some chores while I was out, some errands. So, you know, we've achieved things today, which is rather good for a Friday. And I don't have to do it on the weekends. I have already got paint on my wrist somehow. Kaboom. Why are we exploding? For fun? Paint attack. Me every time I try and open one of these new paint bottles because they've got that stupid little pull tab on them. I'm like, if I squeeze this too hard, I'm gonna get paint all down me. Whew. I have really, really tired hands today. It's a bit annoying. We'll keep on going though. We'll keep on going. dear. Yawn, yawn, yawn. Ow. I don't know what's up with me. I had a good night's sleep last night. But I suppose it is a Friday. So I shall blame it on that. Easy. Ooh. I wish any energy drinks worked on me. I really do. It seems very, very useful. Yeah, they generally I just end up more tired. There we go. I think I've got all of the bits there. Yeah. Hmm. I actually, I do have one, but I feel a bit, I'm a bit nervous about actually um, attaching it to my stream at the moment, because um, I set it up ages ago when I thought I wanted to be an illustrator, because commissions and that. But I feel I can rebrand it. Um, but it's like I just started 2 weeks ago. I don't want to shove monetization on people already, and I'm not even affiliate yet, which is very. I know it's a bit daft because you know job income, but I don't know. Would it be weird to already have like a tip jar or something? I don't know. Ugh. Really, it's up to you guys that are watching. Because if it is, uh, I'm not a very good business owner. I'm too scared to take people's money. Because at least with the balloons, people receive things in return. Like, they give me money, I give them a balloon, I give them a ceramic thing. But I'm a bit. Because the tipping isn't a thing in the UK. So I'm like, I feel bad that I'm not giving something back in return for the tip. I don't even know. But if it's something that you guys think is okay, then maybe I will. I think I might explode when that first donation comes in. I what would I even I am very bad at this whole streaming ordeal. I'm like, stop giving me your money. Don't give me your money. But, ow. Ugh. Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Maybe I'll try and set one up for next week so I can have the weekend to brainstorm things I can do for you in return. I don't know. Maybe I'll paint a bee for you. A little trinket bee. I feel guilty though. I need to I need to say oh, you are too kind. You're too kind and I'm too fortunate. I'm too lucky. Ow. Oh. Oh, that's really sweet of you. Thank you. So, yeah. Oh, sorry. You're very evil. Evil and malicious and mischievous. Again, I have the goofiest fucking smile on my face right now. I have struck the goddamn lottery with this stream. Truly. Right, that was coat 2. Ow. Oof, ouch. Right. Put that down carefully. I don't know what's up with my arms today. I think we're having a Friday. Oh, I'm just I can't put it into words actually. can't believe it's gone so well, frankly. And I have those first raiders to thank for it. Just letting it dry for a tiny bit. I wonder. Oh, I've got some little cows as well. We could start painting as well. Because I've not got too much to do really. Yeah. If you're really sure about the coffee thing, or coffee, yeah, words. I'm going to explode. Yeah, we'll see. We'll walk that a bit further back. Put my hand in a puddle. Ow. Why am I saying ow? That didn't hurt. I'm just saying words for fun and profit. Words are fun and also a little bit stupid. Saying things in an order. Right, got. I've got to sit here and wait for this to dry a little bit so I can turn it over without getting paint all over my hands. I'm not really. I don't really. Well, I do play like video games, but never for long enough to stream them. But I like playing idle games like and also power washing simulator is quite fun. I could just turn my brain off. Yeah, I can't do games that require fast thinking or aiming. I'm not particularly good at it. But with ceramics and stuff, I don't really have too much time really to play video games anyway. But, you know, no, I don't. Not at all, but I like hearing about drama, so why? Tell me anyway. I love a little bit of gossip. Okay, I've heard of that, never played it. Oh, okay. That's an awful lot of money. Also, Kingsman is a player. Okay, yes. Yeah. What happened then? I'm invested already. Not that one. Wow, okay, yeah. That is. Oh, yeah. Tuition fees are ridiculous. That's understandable. Well, oh, yeah. One of the. Yeah, so. Oh! For. I'd thought that, you know, playing serious comes with the, wow, you know, when you're playing for 40,000, I would have thought you'd be playing seriously anyway. But yeah, that's an interesting decision to kick him out. I suppose 40,000 means absolutely nothing to some people. God, if I had 40,000 drop into my lap, there would be signs. There would be signs. Oh, that's just first of all, yuck AI. That's hilarious. Um, but yeah, they ditched by a sponsor to go for the guy that you just absolutely shafted that is karma, as we say. Yeah, that's I mean, question mark happy ending, I suppose. Although the, you know, whole drama of it all, I imagine, is not exactly stellar. Yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of resolved, except for I. Yeah, I would have. I would not have been so composed. Good on him for staying level-headed. What a situation. A fascinating. Completely not my world, but I suppose it was definitely a publicity thing. You know, gets your name talked about. Ooh, ooh, balancing. Ooh. Come on, flip over. There we go. So everyone else is probably kicking themselves a fair bit. Kind of fumbled that situation quite a lot. I'm still quite surprised about. Oh, Teehee, we're playing a game for 40,000, but it's only a game. Who cares about life-changing money? To read up about it, because that's. I'd love to hear. Isn't this world bizarre, hey? Ooh. So I'm gonna probably put layer number. It's not necessary really, but I'm a bit paranoid after last time I painted these balloons and I went too light on the layers. So I'm probably just gonna right over the front bit, might paint on a quick layer 4, and then we can move to doing a couple of cows. That is a sponge. Yeah, they're such silly little guys, and it's a fun opportunity for me to talk about a painting technique as well. It's quite cool. Yeah, if I just make sure that these are dried. Yeah, um, it's quite the way it's done is a little bit. It feels a bit counterintuitive, but it does work. Yeah, I'll just dab on a little bit extra paint so I can use up this bottle that way. There we go. Just make sure that the front is nice and covered. And I've got all of the bits around the neck of the balloon, which you can't see because I put it too far back forward. There we go. But yeah, I'll show you in a second. Yeah, there might not be very much painting done today because a lot of the jobs I've got are quite quick. Yeah, so painting these. I've got 2 more red balloons to paint, and and they only take me, what, 45 minutes? Right, there we go. Dash done. Yeah, this just makes sure that I can be absolutely certain that the front looks nice. Especially when I'm doing flat colours, it doesn't matter if I've done too many layers, because nobody's going to see it. It's all one colour. There's no risk of dribbling or any of that. Right. Put them scissors out of the way. I think the gaming stuff is a little, video game drama is a little bit out of my, not quite my wheelhouse, but it is very funny listening to things that ultimately are very, like, I don't want to say not my problem, but very much just watching a dark shape swim past my boat and going, huh. What happened to my plant? Don't actually know where I'm going to put those because I've not got much space. Yeah, so funny little. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know of Ubisoft and some of their games. Cow. Oh, joyous. Trying to save money, were they? Ugh. Hmm. It is, but I hate to say I'm not surprised, but I truly am not surprised. That is very true. Ooh. Sorry, bear with me 2 seconds. I've just got to sort something out on my shelf. Because that's going to slip off otherwise. There we go. Just see something on my my shelf about to slip off. Like, you know what? Let's sort that before it becomes a problem. Right. So otherwise you would have heard a loud crash, which would not have been too funky. Right, should we do cows or should we do balloons? No, balloons is more important. And another balloon. And a fourth balloon. Right, and as always, we've got to wipe them down, even though there's paint on my sponge somehow. Wipe them clean. It's funny, I'm both very, very cold, but also too warm. Got cold hands, but my core's too warm. Gotta love British weather, eh? Right. Let's. Ooh, I stabbed. Oh well. We're fine. How much paint have I got on that? Yeah. If I open a tip jar, if I open one, because I still do need to think about it, I might call it my paint fund, because the amount, the speed that I go through red is frankly incredible. Because I've got all these red balloons, like that one song. Little bit of water. Shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it. How's that for an arm workout? Oh, store that upside down for the time being. Right. Flawless. God, I love doing the little top peels, but sometimes you just get really unlucky. I wonder, what should I call you guys? As a collective. My beehive. Or my swarm. Swarm. Okay. Oh, this one's really liquid. Ugh. When the paint's really liquid like this, it can make it thinner, which means that it doesn't build layers as well. So I need to be careful that I do an extra layer of paint because I don't want it to be patchy. Because the red is strong, but not that strong. And you need to be careful. Okay. You guys are my swarm, then. My little swarm. Why do I always keep doing this to myself? I always end up shoving my hand in paint. I am so... 11 little bees. And I think that every single one of you is amazing. Ow! God, I am so good at having hands. Right, I'll just screw it. I think it might... See. Yeah, I think you guys are the best. I really do. I'm very lucky to have you. Makes me think I need to update my business cards. Because now I've got a Twitch. I'm very lucky to have a healthy. How about that? Have a health. Ta. I cannot believe I put off starting a Twitch for so long. It seemed... It, I mean, in hindsight now, it seems like such an obvious thing. Hey. But yeah. I'm glad I bit the bullet and did it. Because then I wouldn't have had... I wouldn't have had you guys show up. Even if I'm absolutely rubbish at talking and keeping things on camera. I hope so. I hope I'm talking good. Because I'm never listening back to these streams. I'm not. Oh, hello, Tostada. Yeah, I've completely butchered your name. That is absolutely tragic. Hello, hello. Words are hard. Words are really hard. So what we're doing at the moment is we're painting some little red balloons. Just to get a little bit of stock up. And Elf has twisted my arm, like the absolute evil mastermind they are, into potentially thinking about opening a coffee or a Ko-fi or a Ko-fi thing. So if for whatever reason you wanted to throw your own good money at me for no other reason than making me explode, then you could maybe do that. But realistically, it'd just be a paint fund, because the amount of red paint I'm going to go through today. Yeah, so I've done... Okay, I've been voted by majority. I'll open one. I'll try and set one up over the weekend. Alright, I've been outvoted. I'm just very shy about it, because I was. I know nothing of video game drama, but there seems to be an awful lot of it, so who doesn't love a little bit of gossip, hey? Oh. Very strange situation to me. Like, and then again, it's not my world, so if people want to act like clowns, they can act like clowns. Many shenanigans abound. Are you sort of into that thing then, Tostada? Oh, pardon me. Because it seems I live under a bit of a rock. You know what, let's have a gossip session. If you've got any fun gossip. I know! Ah! Oh, scary affiliate. I'm looking forward to affiliate because then it means that I can get emotes. I can let you guys have some funny bee emotes. Right, gonna sit here for a bit because I've got my wrists are a bit pathetic today for some reason. So we're gonna go slow on painting our layers. I'm so happy. I love this stream. You guys are amazing. Yeah, I've got space up on the top. I could make some little bees. Yeah, if I put up on this top bar, like the top here, I can get some little critters. Maybe I can have something going on up there. Oh, I forgot how heavy a pint was. Pint of paint. Yeah. Ow. Shoop. I would rather not chug this, thank you very much. No, neither do I. Not my thing. I'm not a party yet. This bee is not a party animal. Oh, shit. Chaos, chaos, chaos. Right. Because this layer was a bit watery, I'm going to be careful and make sure that I get every little bit of coverage. I don't want it to be patchy, because then it means that I have to redo this. I have to reheat it and paint it again, which is annoying and boring. Yeah, so so stream Might be 2 hours, 2.5. It'll be a fairly short one because I will be honest, I've not got much to do and this is going to be quite a quick job. But towards end of stream, we might be able to have a sit and a chat about some stuff. Or that might just be it. It's however long it takes to paint these 2 balloons, and then I've got a couple of little cows to paint, which should be fun because they're very cute and they're very little. And who doesn't love a cute little Highland cow? So yeah, a fairly chill one today. We'll probably be painting some little faceted bees next week, next Monday. Because I've got some done, but it can't hurt to have a few more, even if they're not particularly popular at the moment. Ooh. Need to remember to stop squishing my pinky, because the hole in this balloon is an awful lot smaller than the one in the back of the giant heart. So I can't fit my whole hand in there. Yeah, we're plodding on. Carefully put that down. Take a wrist break. Shimmy that a little bit further. Nose jump scare. Yeah, taking it chill today. I did a really awful job at painting around that edge bit. Yeah, oh, that reminds me. Streaming times are probably going to be around the 2.5 hour, 3 hour mark, I think. I'm still figuring out how long these sorts of things take me. But also I need to remember to do boring tasks like getting snacks and making sure my arms don't fall off. So 2.5 hours, 3 hours is probably what the average is going to be. Yeah. Again, I don't know what I'm doing. I never know what I'm doing, so we'll see what works and we'll stick to that, hey? Oh, I've got 2 little bare spots there. Don't know how that's happened. Could be a it could be a couple of silicate spots actually, because yeah, that could be what's going on. There we go. Something that can happen with slipcast balloons, or slipcast ceramics, sorry, is where the plaster that makes the negative molds, where that's not been fully mixed properly, it can leave silicate dust that then mixes with the clay slip, which causes it's sort of it means that the paint won't stick to it as well, which obviously when you want to paint something, having the paint stick to it's kind of important. um, but if you do it in a thick enough layer it can stick eventually, but you get bald spots occasionally, especially when it's me doing it on my own, pouring them. Less when it's a big manufacturer, but things happen. Right, more paint. Right. Just done that one. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And then layer 3 on this one. And then layer 3 on this one. And then we can dry foot all 4 of them, which is making sure that this bit, this edge, that looked really nasty. Making sure that this interior bit, you can't make that not look suggestive. Making sure there's no paint stuck around the edges, because when I stilt this and when I put it in the kiln, it can stick to the stilts, which is less than ideal. And when the paint liquefies and becomes shiny, it becomes like glass and will stick to anything. And when glass sticks to something, it doesn't like letting go of it, which is really great when you're painting something. But if it's gooped and stuck to the kiln shelf, or stuck to a stilt, not exactly desirable, because you do like having, not having a big stick attached to the thing you're trying to sell. Scoop. Yeah, so I'm gonna make sure that I've got a nice good coat on the front, so that's what I'm gonna big thinking. Hey? I love all of these silly little emojis, even though they're so cute. I love emotes. I can't wait to unlock mine. Yeah, let's make sure we get the front proper and done. Because on this last layer, that's the most important bit. Make sure that this bit's pretty. Soup. Good soup. Oop. I sit here and wait for a second because I put wet right on the flat bit before I need to put it down, which is very smart. So just hold a kilo on my fingertips for a hot second. Right, last layer. Well, third layer. Oh, hello. Oh, it's all right. We might be a bit of a shorter stream, but you haven't missed out on all of the painting because we're going to be I'm going to be painting a couple of little Highland cows, or starting them. But yeah, it's good to see you in chat. This is oh. Layer 3. Make sure I get in camera shot. That would be wise. Whoop. Let's not drop it. Let it dry for a little bit. So you've been all right, Kate? We're finally at Friday. Woo! Miserable week for me. It's been horrid weather. Been all wet and horrible. But that's Britain for you, hey? Oh, yeah. Time zones. Yeah, it's been wet and horrid over here. Like, not even like big rain, it's just been dreary and sad. Looking like we've got better weather coming, though. Which I hope so, because it's been wet roads. So everything takes a billion years. Oh my god, if it's that late, go to bed. It's okay. Oh. Oh no. Hands looking like a murder scene. Red paint everywhere, even though it looks pink. Right, that's layer 3 on all of those. Where the hell am I going to put them? Who knows? Right. All these red splatters. My goodness. Oh wow, the sun's just come out. Oh, that's quite nice, actually. There's been grey skies all week. All week. Oh. Right. I can pick up the other two that we did. I can dry foot them now. Make sure that all of this insidey bit is clear of paint. It's very easy to do. Right, that's clean. That one needs doing. It's all right if it's a little bit out onto the outside, because again, this is the back and we hide our mistakes in the back. Nobody can see him. Not even you. Not even me. All gone. Come on, sit down. There we go. That's had a minute to... I did alright actually. Oh. I say, then immediately bodge that bit. Yeah, got all of the bits there. That's going to have to sit that way up for a bit. Ow, that pinged into my eye. Okie dokie. Right. I'm gonna just rinse out this for a quick second, and then we can paint a couple of brown cows. Probably also need to switch out this paper. Right. There we go. Now I'll change our paint water. How? There we go, it's clear again. Right. Oh, something went on the floor. Pencil. How dare you? Right, okay. I need some of that paint and some of that paint. Which way round did this go? Let me check. So I do a wash of this first. Hang on. Big professional. Where did I write my notes down? So I definitely wrote some notes down. Goofy. Right, there we go. Okay, here's what we're doing. So we've got two different colours of brown. Making sure they are shaken, because paint can separate a little bit when it's been standing for too long. I only need a little bit of, and this brown is an awful lot darker than this one is, but that's okay, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that that's nice and watered down. I'm going to use a different brush from the one that I was using with my red paint. I might use this one. Though I really wish I had a fan brush. Oh well. Make sure it's relatively liquidy. And I'm breaking the rule this time. I'm not going to do 3 coats. I'm going to do one wash coat of this, because it's a very dark brown. I'm going to make up for the actually I should probably do two layers of this dark brown. I'm going to be careful as I go around this bit. Because I want to leave the face for the lighter brown. But the important bit right now is making sure I get into all the deeper bits. Note to self. Get more number 14 soon. Nice and watered down. What on earth is that emote? That emote. Oh my god. Is that Garfield? It is. Oh, that's amazing. That's hilarious. Right. Because what we're going to do in a bit is we're going to wipe off a lot of this brown. We're going to do it carefully, but we will be wiping it off just so that it stays in the crevices. Because that's going to be our shading, which is quite cool. I can't paint the horns at the moment because I've not got the the light paint for that, because I am very smart. It's very silly. Silly. Love it. Making sure I get it into all of the deep little bits so it can be wiped off later. Right, and I want to just make sure that I get into, especially into these bits, because they're quite difficult and quite narrow. In a little bit, I'll have to wipe this off. At least a little bit of it. It'd be annoying to have a couple of bald patches, wouldn't it? Right. Here we go. This is the counterintuitive bit, because we've got to wipe it off now. But I'm going to go carefully. I only want to take off the bits that are upright, you know, the tall bits. Because I want to bring out the mould a bit. I want to bring out the shaping. It's a really lovely shape, it really is. And it's got all of this detail that you won't see if it's only one colour. If I pick out some of the lumpy bits, then you'll be able to see. It helps shading, sort of thing. Even though it does mean I get water drips all down my arms, which is very annoying and feels very weird. The fun part of this is that every single one of these cows looks a little bit different from one another, which is, I think, is very cute. So that's first pass of that one done. And then onto this one. And this is why I have a bit of paper, because otherwise I'd have drips of water absolutely everywhere, which would be very annoying to clean up. Right. I'm just gonna dip up a little bit of this water, because that is an awful lot of it. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna really make sure that in the tight edges I've got it cleaned up. Could find a nice solid bristle brush like this one. It'd be nice if I could find a flat one, but I don't have one of those in my kit at the moment. So this one will have to do. This means that I can just really scrape into the bits where I don't want the paint to be. Yeah, so I don't want this really dark brown to be on the horns, because when I pick up the correct colour paint, yeah, it's quite light. So if there's any dark showing through, it will show quite obviously, which is not what I want. I don't like this brush. Good. It's too much. Those emotes are just making me crack up. Right. I do have to hold these a little bit close to my face, which is a bit annoying, but we make do. If it's consistent, it doesn't matter if it's a tiny bit scuffed, because it's all scuffed in the same direction. You're just pushing the paint away from where I don't want it. And just scrub it away. Although that's a bit annoying. Oh no! Oh. Might be a bit too dark, so let's fix that. No? Easy. And then, when this bit's done, I can put that to the side, double check this bit, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of thin layers of this lighter brown, just as a contrast colour. Don't need a lot of it, because I'm going to water it down a fair bit. I need to make sure I mix in the water so that it's all good and sorted. And then I'll paint this again and wipe it, tidy it again. Yeah. This one, it doesn't matter. It's a bit weaker because I've got the dark brown that will shine through, which is going to look quite nice. Might be a bit too dark. Nah. Right, that's layer one. I want to put a tiny bit more this brown in. So I've got a tiny bit more. Yeah, one downside of ceramics is it doesn't make your, it really does make your hands feel dry. Right. Then last layer on this, and then we can wipe down the bottom, make sure that the base of it's clear. Really is a nice brown. Oh. Is that one done? And then just a little. Right, painted that bit. Let them dry. There's an awful lot of sitting and waiting in ceramics, but you know, I don't mind. It's quite good for streaming because it means I get to have a chat with you guys. Yeah, and we're doing alright on timing too. So by the time I've cleared these up, we might be ready to wrap it up a little bit. I have absolutely no idea where I'm going to store these balloons because I've not got much desk space left. Might need to put them back in their box because then they can get fired. shot out of the cannon. Exploded. But yeah, these I will be finishing those on Monday probably. Need to get my hands on some of this, some of the light like beige for the horns and a pink for the tongue. So let's scrub this bit clean. I'll scrub the tongue clean as well. And I am rather hungry, so after this I will be making myself dinner. Or a really, really late lunch. Maybe a pot noodle or something, I don't know, I'm feeling lazy. And again, it doesn't matter if there's a bit of brown, because in the long run, it can just be shading. It's not an accident. It's not a mistake until you make a big one, because you can always roll. You can always roll with it. Always use it for something. God, this really is a stiff brush. What the hell would you use this for? It's not even a flat, useful one. Right. That's you scrubbed for a bit. And then brushy, brushy, brushy. Right. Get that cleaned off. We can get the tongue cleaned now as well. Right, that one's done. I realised that wasn't in camera. Wow, good job. Right, there we go. Now, just to scrub down the bottom of this. Because, again, paint sticks, which is bad if you want to take this off the shelf. These kiln shelves are rather heavy, and they don't fit on windowsills quite as well. Right, you're done? Giving a little polish up with the sponge, just for the stubborn bits. Right, we've done it. We've done our jobs. I have got paint everywhere. I've got water drips everywhere. Right. Let's go. Right, so that's all the jobs done for today. We've done quite well on time, which I'm quite happy with. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I've forgotten anything. So on Monday, I shall be painting. I'll finish painting the cow, and I will probably also be painting a couple of bees, let's say, a couple of those faceted bees, because I think they're cute. That latter half might change depending on other needs, but that should be what happens. And because I've now had 2 votes to opening the coffee, I will be doing that. So there might be a little link on my overlay or something. I need to figure out how to put that in. I'm a little bit scared to do it, but I'm gonna do it because apparently you guys want me to. And who am I to argue? So my paint fund should soon be live. I'll have to figure out if I should do anything for that. But I think that is everything for today. And I think this will be me saying Um, see you all on Monday. Thank you very much for coming along. Thank you so much for the people that stayed, that were awake at stupid o'clock in the morning. You need to look after yourselves, Jesus. But yeah, see you guys on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend.